Welcome back to Fiddler Rehearsals. This week we had a ton of things that happened this week. So firstly, we had our sitz probe rehearsal, and if you're not familiar with the sitz probe, what that basically is, it's a rehearsal where you run through the entire musical without stopping and no blocking during this entire time. Basically, you go through the music and you go through dialogue as well, just to ensure everyone is on the same page, which is good. And then the next day after, we finally transferred over to the A. Center. And let me tell you, this place, it feels like a second home whenever you go in. This is us entering into the break room that they have. So we would call this our green room in the theater world. And it is a beautiful building inside. It's very historical. Fun fact, this will be my dressing room. So I'm going to try to bring in a few things to make it a little more homey for myself. And then as we were getting ready into the theater, I wanted to stop by the gallery and view some of the greats. Some of the greats include the very famous and the very talented Miss Emma Kelly. She was featured in the movie Midnight of the Garden of Good and Evil. Check that out if you haven't seen it yet. But this is the upstairs level of the historic Emma Kelly Theater. So this theater is very unique. It only has 359 seats, but all the views from the show, or for any show that you go to there, are really unique. And it is just really cool to kind of see this piece of history. Back in the 20s, this used to be a movie theater back in the day, and it transformed into a performance venue about 25 years ago. But these are just some views that you can get from the show. So if you're still debating on tickets, these will give you some views. And then we were just waiting for everyone to come in. This rehearsal, my husband came with me, and he was kind enough to get some footage for us while we were waiting. And it's just, the energy in here is so exciting when we're finally getting everything ready to go. So this is during our wedding scene, where we get to lift both our Seitel and Motzel on the chairs to congratulate them. And then this is just a small excerpt of the very, very, very famous bottle dance. And it is so cool to see that on stage. Next day, we were coming back for some more rehearsals to cover over some more choreo. We were covering over the dream sequence. But here is our set, and it is actually really cool. This was built by our executive director and the set designer, Mr. Robert Fowler. And this is actually our Fruma Sarah, who I've come to just adore. As a former Fruma Sarah, she just brings so much energy to this show, and she is just so talented. I could never do what she does on skates. And let me tell you, it is super exhausting trying to act like I'm afraid all the time. This feels like a Muppet bit, and I love it so much. And I cannot wait to open. We open